Joining me now in an Exchange exclusive interview is Michael Osanloo, Portillo's CEO. Michael, it's good to see you again. Welcome.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me on.
I think I remember the IPO when we first chatted a couple of years back. How many stores do you have now?
We're up to 78. I think there's something incorrect. We're not delayed on any stores, so we've got 9 planned for the back half of the year. We've been thrilled with the new restaurants that we're opening, and we opened recently in Texas to, some of the biggest crowds we've ever seen, and so we're super excited about the new openings and where we are in our development cycle.
And if I'm not mistaken, you're looking at the Southeast as well. And I was joking, but kind of wondering, how does a kind of Chicago sandwich shop makes a lot of hot, delicious sandwiches translate that to a much warmer climate? I mean, how, does that translate?
It's a great question, and I think it's actually something that some people have been sitting on the sidelines wondering about. I'll tell you, we have restaurants in Orlando, Florida, and now in Dallas, Texas, that are rivaling any of the restaurants that we have in Chicagoland. And not surprising to us, at least, or to me, is that the number one thing we're selling is Italian beef. I think the simple truth is that a beef sandwich made by Portillos, which is this delicious, shave-thin beef, beautiful sauce, beautiful gravy on crusty French bread. It's just a food that transfers. It's a food that works everywhere. I joke with some people that, wow, your restaurant's doing so well in Texas. Why do you think that is? And I said, well, apparently Texas enjoys beef and bread.
Right. So. What a shocker. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's talk about some of the nuts and bolts that are affecting people and everyone's wondering about. So I don't know if you saw Tyson's today is down big because they're still facing some input cost pressures, but feel like they can't pass it along as much. Anything like that on the horizon for you?
No, I think we feel really great about where we are. We reported a quarter. I agree with you that the response by the market was a bit surprising, but we were up 16% on the top line. We improved our restaurant level margins 24% in terms of dollars. We expanded margins, and we're up in transaction count. We had more people visiting Portillo's this quarter than last year. And I think it's because we're being very careful about protecting the consumer value proposition. We purposefully did not pass all of our costs on to consumers in 22. And so as we go into 23, we think we're in a great spot. I look at our value proposition every day. It's a really great bundle that you get at Portillo's at a really great price point. So I think businesses that are doing that are in a good spot right now.
Are you done raising prices?
We announced that we raised a little bit in early May. We're just announced just a couple days ago, but it's actually our prices have come down year over year, just a hair, in terms of the price raise. We have announced no other plans to raise prices this year. We're going to sit back and see how commodities play out, see how labor inflation plays out, and see where the consumer's mindset is.
Only have a little bit of time left, but labor market, easier to get people, still hard? Are you hoarding, worried you don't want to let anyone go?
It's still very tough for a lot of different reasons, but we're actually seeing a lot of improvement. We're seeing that there are people who are back interested in getting into work, and we're seeing good people. It's actually the quality of the people that we're hiring is better than ever, which I think is very exciting for us.
I know. It's in a weird way. I'm like, maybe that's not a good sign for the rest of the economy, right? It should be hard to find those people, but I take your point as an operator. Michael, thanks for joining us today.